Hello everyone and welcome back. Finally the sun came out. Yesterday was cloudy all day, cold. I think the high got to like 58 or 59. And now overnight, I didn't know we were supposed to get rain. We got almost 3/4 of an inch. It happened about 4 o'clock this morning. I just got a bale in there with Festus and the new little calf. I was going to move the water for Mesa out into the other pasture and then shut that gate so they stay out of there, but it's such a little lake right now from last night's rain. I'm going to wait. Everything is sand here, so it will drain, and I'd like to shut them out because for the next 3 days we're not supposed to have any rain, and just leave them out of that area. Melissa's going to make breakfast for lunch, so I just got the Blackstone cleaned up. It's supposed to be around 75 degrees. It's just about 8 o'clock at night now. Melissa and I just got done milking out the cow and feeding the pigs, doing all the chores. I'm blocking them out of here though for right now. It's too wet in there, and then they go in there and there's so many flies, and if they would get away from the mess, the flies would be less. I just think that she sits in there and isn't eating enough grass. She's getting plenty of grain. And I mean, her condition isn't going down, but it's not going up as fast as I thought it would. But she's also giving quite a bit of milk every day. So I moved the water thing out here, salt block out here, and it's not supposed to rain for 3 days. So I'll just leave them out here in that back pasture, and they can eat all that good grass and not feel like they got to be inside that shelter all the time. These guys got a lot of stuff tonight. They got their feed, and then Melissa only kept 1 gallon of milk and the cream. So they got quite a bit of milk, and then she had a bowl with all the kefir. No, what's it called? Leftover buttermilk from making butter last night. And then we had a couple of, I think there was 3 bananas that were getting too old. They were in there. So they got a lot of food tonight. I see they knocked down another tree. They are loving this mud. If it gets really hot out, you're supposed to run your hose out here, so they just have muddy spots like this to lay. They love it. Can't keep the water very clean because as soon as you put it in there, they stand in there and get it muddy. So every day I put another bucket in there. Happy pigs. I have the 2 lines of electric fence. One was about, I don't know, 6 inches off the ground. The other one's about 12. Well, they have rooted up the dirt against that bottom one. So last week, I think it's been about a week ago, I unhooked the bottom one. So only the top one is live right now. Otherwise, it would be pretty much shorting out the whole entire system. They still got zapped on that top one, but it couldn't have been as strong. We normally do a buggy ride after chores, but no, we didn't do it tonight. I'm sure we'll do it tomorrow. She's got a lot of stuff that she could be doing inside, and I wanted to get that water trough moved and everything. Tomorrow was Sunday. That's usually my yard and garden day. I think the weather's going to be good. I don't think I have a whole lot of weeding to do in here now. Good morning, everybody. Really nice morning. Melissa and I were just out there doing a little bit of weeding in the garden and checking everything out. Now I just started the barbecue, the grill here, so it can heat up. And I've got the Ninja smoker heating up to do chicken thighs and brats today. We picked zucchini out of the garden, so Melissa's going to fry that up in butter. I think we're doing a salad and macaroni and cheese. Later on today we'll go into the chicken coop. Melissa and I went in there, and every day I pick that chicken up and take a look at it, and you have to grab it kind of by the neck or it'll bite you. And it's hatching chicks out. There was one that was walking around, another one that looked like it was coming out of the shell. So we just got out of there, but yeah, pretty exciting. Everything is cooking. The air quality, when I woke up this morning, it was at 50, and now it's at 149. I have no idea what that means, but it's in the red.
Don't look at my manners. Okay, so I'm going to start. Which one?
It's a pie.
Oh well, there's the pie. Melissa's homemade. What was that? Rhubarb?
It was,
Rhubarb strawberry.
yeah.
Well, today is my garden and yard day. Sundays I usually do that, but then I cooked today, which you guys saw, and then we collected some self-heal flowers, and Melissa got those into a tincture, but I had only picked up one bottle of 100 proof vodka for that, and it wasn't enough, so I went up to the liquor store and bought 3 more bottles. And then she said, well, now we have to go out and get the red clover or purple clover, whatever leaves, so we did that. And then there was some yarrow that was the right time to harvest, so we got that. And then we looked at the blueberry patch, and the blueberry patch had blueberries, so we had to pick some of those. And then we're making the loop in the woods, and there's some mushrooms called ghost, I don't know what. Anyway, I remember watching a video with her about it a year or two ago, and there was some back there, and then there was more and more and more. So then she had to go, we're back here now, and she's looking at her mushroom books, because there's some kind of tincture you can make with that. So I don't think I'm going to get onto the yard a whole lot, because it's already 4:30 in the afternoon. It's about 5:45 right now. We're going to start chores shortly. Melissa's not going to collect cream tonight. She just wants a gallon of the milk. And we're going to go pull the chicks from under that chicken, because we're going to have to pull them from her, because we don't have it set up for, you know, chicks and then chickens and ducks and turkeys. A lot of stuff can go wrong right there. So we're going to have to pull them and bring them inside and raise them. put them in the bathroom in a box like we usually do when we get little ones. But we're gonna go check and see how many of them are hatched right now. I decided to get on the mower for a little bit. Melissa is in there making service berry, or a lot of you call it Saskatoon jam, and I thought I'd burn this brush and do a little bit of mowing. It's a little after 8 o'clock at night, so I don't want to get any big logs on there because we go to bed usually 10:30 or so, and I don't want this to continue burning while we're in bed, but it's pretty dry and it burns pretty fast. That's all I'm going to mow for right now. We were in the front yard earlier picking all that self-heal that Melissa made the tincture out of, and now she's drying some, and there's still a bunch that grows out in here, not just in her wildflower garden. So, but I wanted to mow this because it gets so thick right here, and it's already like you could bale it. But let's see if I can find some self-heal. We picked most of it with all the flowers, but here it is right here. See this stuff with the purple flowers on it? It's like a super, it's really good as a medicinal. Here's a bunch where the flowers fell off of it already. If you guys follow the videos all the time, you know that last year there was hundreds, at least hundreds of daisies that grew in this garden, and this year, none. I shouldn't say none, just lately. We have a daisy right there, and I think there was one more that we found in here. Anyway, Melissa was looking it up because it's so strange. We have daisies growing in many other places on the property. They're biannual. Next year they'll come up again, so that's why we don't have any this year in this little garden. One reason I'm kind of trying to get some of this mowed, and I'll do some more tomorrow, is because today was dry, but very smoky from Canada. Tomorrow is dry, I think all day, but then the next 3 days after that is rain, and we're looking at something like 1 to 3 inches. So I don't know if it's going to be thunderstorms or whatever, but we needed to get berries picked and all this stuff done and get some of it mowed, or else, you know, it's going to grow a lot with that rain. And the rain, if it's really heavy, will knock off the ripe berries. It's that time of year. Good morning, everybody. We have rain coming in today for sure by 3 o'clock, and it looks like over the next 3 days, somewhere between 2 and 3 inches of rain will fall. So this morning, I had a few things to do. I mean, right now it's, I don't know, 9:30, quarter to 10 maybe, and I had to go up and get some chick starter, non-medicated, for the little baby chicks, which you can see right here. Every time we have baby chicks like this, we just put a box in the bathroom. And this one has 2 heating blankets underneath it. I had to get a little chick waterer and chick feeder. And I went out and looked this morning, and she has one more that's hatched underneath her right now. And tonight we'll check and see if she has any more. I haven't taken that one out yet. Yesterday, the one on the right and left, well, now the 2 in the middle, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the other 2 were still partially in the shell, so we had to pull them out, and one of them looked like it wasn't doing very good, but it sure is doing good this morning, so everybody is fine. See if I can use my phone flashlight so you can see them a little bit better. The way some of these hens look, I mean, he just rides them constantly, some of them. Melissa was saying she wishes that we didn't even have the rooster. He said these girls had such a peaceful life before he showed up. Yeah, she's still sitting. I was hoping maybe she had popped out to get something to eat, but she's pretty mean when you try to get underneath her. That's kind of what happened with one of the eggs. The chick was starting to come out, and then I grabbed her kind of by the neck and pushed her back so Melissa could get the chicks out. And she kicked, which opened up that shell even more, the one. So that one we had to pull. And then the other one, it was like it was caught in the membrane, so that one needed help anyway. I think she's sitting on 3 or 4 more eggs underneath her. And then when I was at L&M, I got a thing of these flags. They had red ones and white ones, and I don't see red as horrible color. For me, I mean, I don't see it at all. So, but those mushrooms that Melissa wants to get picked, so she can do one of her medicinal tinctures, like I think this one is self-heal, that one is red clover that she did yesterday, and it has to be in at least 50% 100 proof alcohol, so that's why I went and got the vodka yesterday. I'm pretty sure a bunch of it has to get picked today. There's a certain time, like when the flower, it's not even it's not a mushroom, it's called ghost pipe or Indian pipe. And it's kind of got a translucent white color to it. Anyway, I got those flags because I'm going to go out this morning where we saw them. And that was like right on our trail. And I want to take a look a little bit around there to see if there's any more. And then I'll mark them with a flag because you have to pick them and then get them into the tincture jar or whatever it's called right away. And if it's going to be raining this afternoon when Melissa gets home, I don't want to spend all my time looking for this little plant in the rain. So I'm going to run out and do that right now, just see if I can find any more and mark it before the rain starts. We found them down that trail, but we came from the other direction, so I have to go around and hook into it on the other side, or I'm not going to know where they're at. I just about drove over some on this one. There's some right there. You can see right here, it's really delicate, and you want to pick it before the flowers stick straight up. So I'll put a flag here. How can there be a rock down there? We have no rocks here. Must be a root or something. There we go. I want to be able to drive underneath it or over it, and it can go underneath. There's another one right there next to it. They said when you find it to look around because it's usually growing in other places also, and it could be underneath the leaves or whatever. There's another one there. You're not supposed to pick them when they're just singles if you want them to continue to grow. I'm not trying to look all over for them on this trail. I wanted to do the other trail. But I'm going to mark this so Melissa can see it. So this is the main trail here that comes through. We actually found these because we went back there and checked the blueberry patch back there last night. Maybe I talked about that, and we did pick a bunch of blueberries. And then we were coming this way, and there was a log that I had to take off from across the road. In fact, I wanted to cut this one up some because it's kind of in our way here. I've been at this for over an hour now. I just cut this new little trail because here she'll be able to harvest some, because that's a double. And over here, that's a triple. There's been some that I saw when I was walking and then I can't find them again. So I thought there was another one back here, but I don't know. And I know on that other trail that I was cutting through, there was a couple there that I didn't see again. She'll probably be able to pick them out when she's looking though. Well, it's a few minutes to 12, so I'm going to go in and have some lunch. I thought I'd be done with this very quickly. There's some I know on this trail I don't want to drive over, but I got a ways to go if we're looking for them. Like that one right there. Not staying in here. We're not gonna separate the cream from the milk again tonight. I like it like this because you can almost watch those pigs grow. I actually came out to do chores a half hour early. Well, it started a half hour early, then not quite, but because we have to go pick some of those plants for Melissa, and she's got some other stuff going on that she's doing tonight, so that's why she's not out helping. And I don't want to be out there till 9 o'clock at night doing it. That's what you guys really want. I'm gonna go get the other two for you. Everything is done in here. The only thing left is to feed Festus. Get the calf feed ready for tomorrow. Alright, he's done. Oh man. What are you doing, Festus? Come and get it. It's 8:45 now. Melissa and I went out there and she harvested a whole bunch of the ghost pipe or Indian pipe or whatever you want to call it. And she got that put into a jar for a tincture. And then she harvested some of her mullein leaves or whatever, and she got that into a tincture also. So now she has 4 of them there that, I don't know if it takes 6 weeks or whatever, but she's pretty happy that's done. We took all of the chicks, the 4 that were in the bathroom, and she hatched out 3 more. Every egg underneath that chicken hatched. And Melissa come out today and she said, you know what? She said, I want to take all of those chicks and put them out with the mom so we don't have to deal with them. So I shut the other chickens and everything out of this area. And the thing is, I was just thinking I've got to get this all cleaned out. But everything is dry in here. And we took the 3 chicks that were in her in the nest box, took her and those 3 chicks and put her in here, and then took the other 4, and she was not happy trying to get those other 4 chicks to go underneath her. And anyway, they were all underneath her before, so she has 7 of them there. She's very protective. If you go by her, she tries to pick you quite a bit. And put the little food and water thing in here, and she can protect them and keep them safe. And look at that one climb on top of her. And we won't have to deal with anything. Otherwise, you know, when they get a little bit bigger, then we have to go and put them into like a brooder of some sort or whatever, and now we won't have to deal with it. Melissa was like, we have enough stuff going on that we do not need to be taking care of baby chicks right now. But with the 7 of them, hopefully they're not all roosters. We just want hens, and any roosters will end up going into the pot, but that's pretty neat. She did say that maybe I should put a box in here so that she could bring them into the box, but I'm not going to. She'll be the only one in here. Okay, big guy, now we're going to have to teach you to go into the back part. Come on, let's go. I know, you're Mr. Stud Man. We can do it. Just go at your own pace. We need to keep you safe. There you go. I'll let you out in the morning. Rhubarb. He's too big to get into the hole, so he's going to be here only. He can't get inside the other part. Still not raining. It feels a little bit misty, but nothing like that they were talking about earlier. Not for today anyway. It's the afternoon of the following day. I just got home a little bit ago, and now we're going under severe thunderstorm warnings. I think I've been talking about it. They've been talking about rain for the last couple days, and we haven't got hardly anything. We got a little bit of mist this morning. And so now I went out and opened up that gate so that Mesa and Mr. Bullcalf can get into the shelter if they need to. Got the vehicles moved out. Melissa's still at work. Oh, I just felt a raindrop. So we'll see what happens. Well, this morning I'm out here trying to get the old F-150 started. Move that up by the garage. There's a broken brake line. I don't know if I'm just going to sell it how it is or what I'm going to do, but I've had the charger on that battery for about a half hour. That's an old battery, but it still is taking a charge. Now I put the engine start on there. It's got 52 more seconds to go. See if it'll fire up. We got some big thunderstorms coming through this afternoon is what they're saying, so I thought I would get this done now. I think it's about 75 or 76 degrees, but really humid today, and all the windows in the house, because we just have a portable air conditioner, you know, but it cools the lower part of the house quite well. Upstairs in the bedrooms we have other air conditioners, but anyway, all the windows, you know how when it's really humid outside and it's cooler inside, all the windows get covered in fog or whatever, and that's how it was today. Well, that did not do it. It was only charging at like 5 amps, though now it's charging at 15, around 15, so I'm going to leave it on there for a while before I go and buy a different battery. I wonder if the old 1-ton will start. This tree has really grown this year. That battery wasn't as really charged up, you could tell that. It didn't turn over super fast, but she started. This storm is rolling in. Those clouds are getting dark. It's going to be raining any minute, I think. This one has one transmission line that's leaking. I need to look into how hard that is to fix. Just in time. Well, it was raining pretty hard earlier, you guys saw that. And then it let up for a little while. I actually ran into town and got lunch for Melissa and I and brought it over to her work. We had lunch and I came home and now it started raining again. It'll be interesting to see how much we get. There are some places up farther north in Minnesota where they're having flooding in the streets. Well, the rain finally stopped for a minute here. We've got over an inch today. An old reliable fired right up, so got her up here. Got the old 1-ton diesel and the white truck. I want to sell all three of them and get something different, to be honest. But I'll play around if I can figure out how to fix this brake line. This one a person could actually drive. The linkage is a little screwed up ever since they put the brand new tranny in there. But it still works. Air conditioning doesn't work in it though, so on the hot days it really sucks. And the old 1-ton runs like a champ. And looks horrible though. That's the worst part about driving it. And now that transmission line leaks. If I could replace the transmission line, that one, the air conditioner, if I charge it, it'll work for a while. I don't know, 3 weeks or so. So that's still drivable. The problem is the hitch. The receiver hitch that goes in there is rusted in there, so I can't switch it out. And usually I use this truck for pulling stuff. And no matter how hard I banged on it with a maul hammer, so far I haven't been able to get it out. And with the white truck, I have to bring it in to get a little bit of front end work done on it. It's time. But, I mean, everything works on it. It's a great truck. But it's hard to get in and out of. I mean, like the dogs can't get in and out of it. Melissa hates getting in and out of it. So I don't have that problem. I just put my knee on and up I go. But, you know, no rust. It's, you know, I don't know. But it's a good truck. But, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting rid of all three of these and getting another 1-ton that's, you know, not lifted so she can get in and out. And a couple things that on the white truck that, since I bought it out of Louisiana, that's why it has no rust. It doesn't have heated mirrors, which you wouldn't think is a big deal. But in the wintertime when they get iced up, you really miss it. I do. And it doesn't have a thing that has the outdoor temperature on it, which I miss. Just a couple of little bells and whistles it doesn't have that I wish it did. With Old Reliable here though, if I can't get that brake line fixed and don't want to go through the trouble of fixing all of them, I can sell this vehicle for parts and I still think I can get $1,500 for it because it has a brand new rebuilt tranny, less than 5,000 miles on it, brand new gas tank, brand new power steering pump, all of the power packs or whatever you call those things that are like the spark plugs or whatever, or power each one, brand new. I mean brand new 3 years ago, but used less than 5,000 miles.
Have to go back by.
Yeah. Still growing.
Yeah. Did this one have grapes on it?
Yeah, it did. Somewhere down below there was a couple of grapes. No, it's just about done, isn't it? Not very many of them blue or purple flowers. Is there any berries on? Do you see any up there?
Yeah. Yep, straight ahead.
Oh yeah. I wish I could see red better. Yeah. Probably coming for our cherries.
Well, we have netting now.
Yeah.
Self-heal is still blooming.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that catnip is just gone wild.
That's like tripled in size. Oh, I didn't really notice. I know you mentioned it, but I didn't notice the difference between the yellow flowers and the orange. There's quite a big difference.
Yeah.
Need to get out here and mow this. It's starting to look kind of ragged. No berries.
I just wonder what we could do to help this.
Well, this one seems to be growing great, but the other ones.
Make berries.
Oh,
Like,
I don't know.
You don't see any bees over here. Ever. Oh, look at that hat.
Oh, yeah, that's a big zucchini. It's going to be a lot of peas. Electric fence works. That stupid duck.
Biting us feet.
Right, like, look at it. Yeah, one of these days you're going to come home and they're not going to be here anymore.
What are you doing? What's he doing to you? Huh? What's he doing to you? Here she comes.
Okay, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for watching. It's the following morning. We've given up the clouds and the rain for some filtered sunshine and smoke from Canada. It's that smell in the air, like when you had the bonfire the night before and you wake up and you go outside and you can still smell it. That's what it smells like. I think it's going to be like this for a couple days. I think we're under another one of the bad weather or the bad air quality alert. A nice day. It's supposed to get up to like 83. I suppose I'll probably play around with these some today. We'll see. I'll see you guys on the next video.